Ooh. Hello, YouTube world. It's another day, another night here with Jetthro. It is currently 12:30 a.m. Technically September 20th. But this is my September 19th stream. This is day 65 of a 100-day challenge that I'm doing, that I have put upon myself to document, to journal my mind, to just get better mental health, feel better, feel happier, just be better. And 65 days in, I feel like I've gotten some of that. Been some pros and cons to this. A lot of pros being I do feel better. I feel like I can tell stories a little bit better. I feel like I can remember where I'm going off on tangents. I can come back. Cons, it's kind of time consuming. I'm always doing these when I'm exhausted. But it's worth it. It's worth it so far. So anyway, I am going to keep this one short. Obviously, it's late. I want to get to sleep. I kind of had a day today. And, I just want to be quick. So, the theme of today, the topic of today is repetition. I just have to keep... I failed today. I failed pretty hard today, I think. I don't know. I'm back and forth about it. But I do feel like I failed pretty hard today in one of my appointments. At least that's what my bosses think. And I'm sort of in the same line, but what I'm really trying to hone in on is just repetition of practicing. I haven't really been practicing. I feel like I've been slipping in that. And the pitch for solar is so long, and there's so many things to consider and so many things to think of. It's like a 2-hour song, essentially, that you have to memorize. And, it's a lot to think about. And, I can see the whole picture, but I haven't been able to hone in and just practice the pieces. And I've been overwhelmed with everything else. I've been overwhelmed with how much there is that I just feel like I'm reverting back to winging it almost, and that's just not going to work. So chunking, I got to chunk it and then practice bits and pieces, and I just spent the last maybe 45 minutes just working on one section. So it feels good, and it just clicked with me that that's what I have to start doing. So anyway, I'm going to do a quick moment of gratitude, quick mantra, and then I might just rehash or re-talk about what I just talked about and then call it. So gratitude, I don't care that it's cliche. I genuinely don't. I am grateful I opened my eyes this morning. I woke up, that I'm here, that I get another shot, that I get another chance, I get another opportunity to sell some solar and just make my life better, make my wife's life better, make my kids' life better, make my dog's life better, make the people whom I get solar on their roofs, make their lives better. Make the lives better for my future generations, for my kid, for my kids' friends, for my kids, my grandkids, if I have any, my, whatever. I get to wake up and influence that. I woke up and get a chance to influence that. And I'm grateful I got to today, and hopefully I will tomorrow as well, of course. Mantra-wise, showing up every single day, no matter what discipline you're in. I've been shifting my previous 60 streams or journal entries. My previous 60, I've been saying that it's difficult. It's hard. It's hard to show up. But recently I've been saying, no, fuck that. It's easy. It's easy to show up. I've been listening to a lot of mental, like, mindset things and motivational things, and you are what you think about. Literally, whatever's going through your mind, that becomes reality. There's a guy I'm really enjoying, Bob Proctor, and that's one of his things. And he says, like, all the great thinkers disagree on everything, but the one thing that they agree on is you are your thoughts. You become your thoughts. Whatever you're thinking about, that's what you'll be. So if I sit here and I say, like, it's hard to show up, it's difficult to be committed and consistent, then it's going to be fucking hard to do that. So recently I've decided to switch it. And you know what? Showing up every day, it's easy. Showing up, practicing whatever discipline you're doing, it's easy. Being disciplined, it's easy. That's it. It's easy. So I'm going to revert back and just quickly touch on the theme real quick. Just talk for a second, feel that out. But, just practicing repetitions, just putting reps in. When I was learning music, when that was my life, learning a song, it has its challenges, of course, but you always had to break it down into pieces. It's, okay, this section, this is how this goes. And then you just did it over and over again until you got it. Like, I never, even I don't know. I went through phases. I was going to say, like, even when I fully got the song down, I rarely, like, would do the whole song over and over and over again to work on it. I would, like, what part am I really suffering on? I would figure out what part was not working, and then I would just kind of hone in on it and, like, hash it out and, like, work through it. And then it would make the whole song better. Right? It's the same thing here. I'm viewing the Solar Pitch as like a 2-hour song. And all I have to do is just practice all the pieces. But it's a lot of fucking pieces. Doesn't matter. I have to know all of them. So how do you eat an elephant? You gotta fucking start somewhere. And so I have all the pieces there. All of the parts, I have it all written out. I had it written out, after the week of training. I probably had it written out, a couple days after that. But I've added a lot to it and, changed some things and rewritten some things. I finished the pitch and, like, after training, I finished writing out the pitch, like, word for word, exactly how I wanted. And then literally the next day, they're like, hey, we're changing the pitch. I'm like, fuck you guys. Okay, well, let's figure it out. So I've kind of been on a little bit of a spiral since then, but I have it now exactly, like, how I want to do it. So now it's just practicing it. And again, it's just pieces. It's just learning the pieces and doing the pieces. And the beginning and the end, probably the most important parts. So I started with the beginning today. The middle part, I feel like, I can kind of wing and get by with, at least for now. But, I'm going to have it figured out ASAP. The most important parts are just the beginning and the ends. But I think that's, the idea or the concept of it, of, just practicing the pieces and repetition of the pieces until it, sinks in and is fully there, and I get into it every single time I meet with someone. Like, that is the goal, because if I just have it like memorized, if I have it just as like I were an actor, like, actors, they have scripts, it's a script that they're doing, but when you watch it, you don't think that they're doing a script. You just think that they're just they're just being them. It's the same thing. Like, when I'm doing this pitch, I want it to be so ingrained in me that it seems like it's just natural. Like, it's just me talking. And so the only way to do that is through, little bits of practice. So that's my goal. So anyway, I'm going to call it for now. That's all I wanted to get across and get out. So I'm going to get some sleep and see what tomorrow brings. But thanks for joining in if you're here, either now or in the future. Hopefully you got some value from this. Yeah, keep following me for the rest of my, challenge here for myself. Hopefully you get some value from some of it somewhere. But I love you guys. Please be safe. Please, take care of your family, friends, loved ones. I'll see you guys tomorrow, day 66. Order 66 tomorrow. See you guys. Namaste.